Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Richawd back with another video. It's about 1 in the morning. I'm wide awake, man. I got an interview I gotta be at 7. I don't even know if I'm gonna get any sleep. I got real bad insomnia. You know what I'm saying? One thing that normally helps with my insomnia is smoking herb, but I've been sober these last few days, man. So, I've just been up, man. Ever since I was a kid, I've been this way. The only time I really get good sleep is when I'm off the herb, to be real with y'all. It's one of the reasons why, I enjoy smoking so much, because it helps me sleep better. But when I'm sober, bro, it's like I barely get any sleep, bro. Like, honestly, so I'm just kind of wide awake right now. But I was like, shit, since I'm awake, man, I might as well make a video. And, this topic just came across my mind. I've had a lot of people on my channel, people out in general, critiquing me for many things. But for the sake of this video, we're going to talk about the whole living with your parents situation. Now, here's my take on this, man. I think a lot of people really are just jealous of people that can live with their parents. You know what I'm saying? I really think that's what it boils down to. And let me break it down in this video, bro. A lot of the advocates for people who be like, oh, you need to move out. Oh, you shouldn't be living with your parents past a certain age. Oh, you're too old to be at home with your parents. Oh, when I was 17, I had my own place. When I was 18, when I was 20, I had my own place. Right? Here's the thing, bro. If you look at cultures of people that are doing well, their kids stay at home until they're financially stable, bro. I'm not here to stereotype, but if you look at a lot of white people who have a structure, their kids stay at home until they're financially stable. And you don't even have to make it a white or black thing. It's some black people that, like myself, whose parents allow them to stay at home until they're financially stable. I think the people that, were in situations where they had to leave their house early, or, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, you may have been, you may have just come from a poor background. And you had to get out and get it out the mud from a young age. I feel like y'all carry a lot of resentment for people who don't have to do that. And I don't feel bad for not having to do that, bro. I'm sorry. You can call me soft. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? People call me all type of things on this YouTube thing. If y'all haven't realized I don't care by this point, I don't know what to tell you. But y'all can keep commenting. Y'all helping the channel grow. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thanks for the engagement. You know what I'm saying? But just know you're not bothering me in the slightest. But to anybody who may be bothered by, the societal norms of, living with your parents, bro, who cares what these people are saying, bro? Let me put y'all on to something, bro. I had a friend. We used to be tight when I was in California. He got kicked out of his parents' home. Right. And the reason why he got kicked out was because, he smoked herb, and, he was reaching that age where, he wanted to let his cojones hang. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to live how he wanted to live, have girls over, all these things. And his parents, had a strict household. He grew up with very strict parents. And those parents eventually ended up putting him out. Right. After this friend got put out, and, he was homeless for a little bit, and then eventually, he kind of, he was able to get a room, a housing situation, you know what I'm saying? With the help of his parents, ironically, you know what I'm saying? And this friend, after he was out on his own and struggling, and mind you, he was struggling, barely eating, barely paying rent, barely had any money, had to constantly go to his parents for things. But his parents was at a point where they just couldn't tolerate him anymore. He was very defiant, and he wasn't following their rules anymore. And he had traditional parents where it's like, my home, my rules. If you're not going to follow my rules, you got to go, you know? And I noticed that he would kind of throw shade at me for being at home. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't like directly come at me for being at home, but he would subliminally throw shade, subtle shade, you know, or he would talk about other people that are staying at home with their parents, but he knows I stay at home with my parents, so it's kind of like a passive aggressive way to throw shade at me for being at home with my parents. And mind you, at this time I was way young. I was younger than him. You know, I'm still younger than him. You know what I'm saying? He was probably like 22 or 21 when he got kicked out. You know what I'm saying? So I was like 19. You know what I'm saying? 19, 20. You know, it was about 2, 3 years apart. So I just noticed that, you know, when he was living with his parents, he didn't have nothing to say about his friends that were at home with their parents. But all of a sudden, when he gets kicked out because he didn't want to follow his parents' rules, and he held a lot of resentment towards his parents for kicking him out. Deep inside, he wishes he was still at home with his parents. And deep inside, a lot of you guys who be in my comment section talk about, oh, you're in your 20s living with your parents. You're a loser. Deep inside, you wish you could have been in your 20s and was able to live with your parents until you figured things out, you know? And for the record, I did leave the nest for a little bit. You know, I moved out. I moved out from my parents. I was on my own for about 3, 4 months. You know what I'm saying? For about 3, 4 months. And my parents begged me to come home because they knew how much I was struggling. I was barely eating, you know. I was struggling, but I was at a point where, you know, I felt like I had to, you know, leach out and, you know, leave the nest. But I wasn't ready to leave the nest. And a lot of people leave the nest before they're ready to leave the nest. And a lot of people say, well, I'd rather be struggling than at home and having to follow their rules and I can't even live how I want to live, right? And then what typically ends up happening with these type of people, bro, you put yourself in a position where you got to struggle, you got to live in desperation, right? And the only good thing in your life typically is woman. You know what I'm saying? That's because that's the, you know, the thing that they always say. Oh, when you get your own place, females are it's gonna be easier with females. Females like a dude who has their own place. Cool, you got your own place, but you ain't got no food to eat. You know, you got your own place, but you're living off of ramen noodles. You know, you got your own place, but you know, you ain't got no cable. You barely paying the Wi-Fi. Like I'm not throwing no shade. You know, like I said, some people, they were forced into those situations, right? Some people, they were either kicked out or their household was just so toxic they had to leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing shade at those type of people, right? My thing is, don't throw shade at the person who is in a good situation where their parents love and care for them and want the best for them and don't want to see them out there struggling, bro, especially nowadays in this horrible economy, right? In this terrible economy. Like I said, bro, if you're in your 20s, bro, even your early 30s. Now, your 30s, that's kind of pushing it. I'm not going to lie. If you in your 30s and you ain't left the nest yet, you know, everybody got their situations. You know, a lot of people in their 30s, you know, they end up back at their parents. Maybe they lost their job or they may have got a divorce. Like, things happen. And sometimes you got to go back home, you know. But if you're in your 30s and you never left the nest, like, I don't know, like, you may be a little too comfortable, you know what I'm saying? But if you're in your 20s, bro, there is really no shame in living at home with your parents, bro. You know, like I said, I look at different cultures of people. They allow their kids to go to college, get their degree, get their master's. They don't push their kids out of their house, right? They keep their kids leave when their kids is comfortable and ready to leave, right? This is how you raise kids to not be in poverty, right? By not forcing them out in the streets to struggle when they're just starting in their career and they're not making the amount of money that they'll be making when they're really established in their career. You know, this is just my take. You know, you can take it or leave it, but you know, some people be saying like, oh, you got to live with other people's rules and this, that. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a grown man, bro. You know, My parents, bro, as long as I respect them, you know, they know if I'm living here, like I will say this. If you are living with your parents past your 20s, you should be helping with something, right? Rather that's with groceries, rather that's with bills. You should be helping with something. And I do pitch in. I'm not no freeloader. You know, as long as I'm living here, I help out where help is needed. You know what I'm saying? Like you should definitely be contributing something. You know, even if it's not a lot, even if it's just a little, you should be contributing something. And I definitely contribute. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people who either you get pushed out of your house, a lot of your parents push you out the house because you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're not contributing nothing to the household. You know, you taking up space, you eating up all the food. Like, I'm not talking about the bums that are just at home doing nothing. And people try to call me that, but I'm far from that. You know what I'm saying? You could you can ask my folks and they'll tell you I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, people gonna have their judgments. I really don't care what you think, bro. You know, because I must be important to you for you to be in my comment section. I'm such a bum. I'm such a lazy whatever, but you're in my comment section. I'm such a soft person, but you're in my comment section, ironically. You know what I'm saying? The irony of you people, you know? But my point being, bro, there's nothing wrong with staying. Damn, it's been 11 minutes already. There's nothing wrong with staying at your parents' house until you get your life in order, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just where I'm at with things, bro. Like, I'm not finna go move out and pay rent for what, nigga? For what? Go out and pay rent just to be struggling? So I can say I got my own space? Okay, cool. You got your own space, but you're broke. You got your own space, but you're struggling. You got your own space, but you're borderline finna get put out. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's not worth it to me. You know, if you have a healthy environment at home, healthy enough, like nobody's home is perfect. But if your parents love you, if they cook you warm meals, if they make sure you are right, you know, you don't have a toxic household, you're not being abused or anything of that nature, stay at home as long as you can, bro. Now, don't get comfortable, right? The goal is to leave this MFer, right? The goal is to leave. But don't leave just to leave, bro. Like a lot of people who want a nigga like me to move out. If I was to move out right now, it'd be moving out just to move out, bro. It wouldn't be moving out because I'm in a good situation. It wouldn't be moving out because I'm financially stable. It'll just be moving out to prove a point or to do what? To have my own space, to have my own freedom. I have that here. I have my freedom here. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's certain things I can't do. You know, my parents don't want me puffing the herb all in the house. If I had my own crib, I'll probably be puffing. I'll definitely be. Damn, you scared shit out of me. I'd definitely be puffing the herb in my crib. But that's cool, bro. Like, it's ways around that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain areas in the house where I can go and blow my herb, bro. So it's not that big of a deal, bro. It really isn't. You know, having girls over, this, that, and the third, like, that's not that big of a deal, bro, because while you focus on having girls over and your life not in order, bro, to me, you got your priorities in the wrong place. Like I said, this is how people get born into a life of poverty because your parents didn't have their priorities straight, bro. If your priority is, oh, I need my own place so I can have females over, but you ain't got no real bread, you ain't got no real motion, you don't have a career, you're not financially stable, your priorities ain't straight. Because, yeah, you can get you a little job at Amazon making 24 an hour and go pay rent somewhere, but you're going to be struggling, bro, right? You're going to be struggling, bro. And is that really the life you want to live? Like I said, people who live that type of life, they have to. Majority of people who are mad at me because I can stay at the crib, I can feel your anger through your comments that you're just really very resentful at the fact that I can stay at home, right? I don't have to go out and struggle. I don't have to go be homeless. I would never be homeless. You know what I'm saying? I have parents that did their job. You know, it's your job as a parent to provide protection, shelter, and support for your children, bro. And that's something that my parents do. If your parents didn't do that for you, that's your parents' fault. But don't get mad at the person whose parents put their kids in a situation where they don't have to struggle, where they don't have to be borderline homeless or homeless. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just wanted to make this video. I don't know who that is texting me. I just wanted to make this video, bro, because I just get tired of seeing people talking about, oh, you're at home with your parents, this, that, and the third. Like, bro, who cares? Who cares? You're clearly mad because you can't be at home with your parents. You're clearly mad because you had to go out and struggle. I don't have to go out and struggle, and I won't, bro. I tried that. I did it for 3 to 4 months, and it wasn't a good idea. It didn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? It didn't make any sense to go out and struggle when I could have been at home stacking bread, getting myself together, you know? But my final points, bro, this video is longer than I wanted it to be. If you're in your 20s, bro, if you're in your 30s, like I said, if you're in your 30s, you kind of pushing it. But I get it. Like, sometimes life just be lifing. But really, if you're in your 20s, bro, and you're still at home with your parents, but you're not financially stable, there is nothing wrong with that. And especially if you're at home with your parents and say you have a elderly parent or a sickly parent who you want to be close by to, or you're looking after, or you're helping take care of, right? It's honorable to take care of your people, bro. It's honorable to be around your people looking out. See, family is important, bro. A lot of people have lost that connection with family, bro. So they rather go out and be on their own and struggle rather than be together with their family and work as a unit. That's a you thing. If you choose to go out and struggle instead of stay home and help your peoples, bro, that's a you thing. Like I said, everybody, to who the cap fits, wear it. Everybody has their own situation. Some people, they had to leave. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about the people who had a toxic situation and you felt like you had to leave. I'm talking about the people who have a good situation at home, but you leave just so, you know what I'm saying, you can have your privacy, in other words, so you can, you know what I'm saying, do what you want to do in peace. But like I said, if that's your main focus and you're not financially stable, your priorities aren't straight. Because your main priority should be stacking up as much bread as possible while you can. Right? This is what good parents do. I'm just putting y'all on game. Clearly, a lot of y'all didn't come from good parents, bro. Clearly, a lot of y'all parents ain't give a damn about y'all. Or clearly, a lot of y'all were just misled. Because if you left the nest before you were ready, that is your fault. If you had to go out and struggle before you were ready and you could have stayed at home, because some of y'all parents ain't kick y'all out, bro. Let's be real. Some of y'all chose to leave. Some of y'all chose to go out and struggle and pay rent. For what? Your parents ain't kick you out, but you wanted to be grown before you was ready to be grown. That's your fault. But don't get mad at me because I'm not going to force myself into a situation where I got to struggle when I know I'm not in a financial situation to be out here thriving. Yeah, I can move out and get roommates and do all that BS, but why? What for? What for? When I can stay home, help out, like I said, help out the little I can and stack as much bread as possible. Go to school, focus on the things that I need to be focusing on. Like I said, y'all can get mad at me, bro, but I've been around the block, bro. I've traveled this world. I've been around different cultures of people. I see how people move. I see how orderly, classy people move, bro. I see how structured families move, bro. And they don't put their kids in a situation to fail. It's up to you as a parent to put your child in the best situation to thrive, bro. That's why my parents begged me to come home because they knew when I was out there in Cali on my own for those few months, I was not thriving. That was not a situation where I can thrive. This is why they don't even now where I'm back in the Midwest, it was situations where I could have moved out and had my own apartment. But they was like, that's a bad idea. Why go out and pay rent when you're not even financially stable yet? You're not even where you want to be at in life, where you can stay at home, get yourself in order, get a career, then move out. Tell me what makes sense to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? For all you people that got so much to say. Damn, bro. Tell me what makes sense to you, bro. What are you doing? Stop. Tell me what makes sense to you, bro. Leaving the nest before you're ready and struggling, or staying at home until you're financially stable, moving out with thousands of dollars in your bank account, thousands of rainy dollars in your bank account. Which one makes more sense to you? Like I said, everybody's situation is different. Who the cap fits, wear it. I got to continue to say that, bro. Because a lot of you guys don't listen. A lot of you guys just hear what you want to hear. Right? But man, if you in your 20s, dog, and you got supportive parents, bro. Your parents is doing decent. You know what I'm saying? They can provide you a home. You got your own room. You got your own space. Like I said, everybody's different. Not everybody's as fortunate as me, but I got my own space, my own room, all that, bro. So what, I'm going to go out there and struggle or get a roommate and for what, bro? Like I said, I can do that. That's an option. I made enough money in the past year to have done that. I know people that worked at the same job that I worked at, living on their own with their own apartment, roommates, whatever. But they struggling, bruh. They struggling. And the majority of them, I promise you, if they had a healthier situation at home, they would have chosen that over going out and struggling. And some of them, they had a healthy situation at home, but they wanted to be grown and independent. Now they grown and struggling. Some people say, well, that's a part of life. Is it? Is struggling a part of life, bro? Maybe that's a part of your life. But to me, that's not a part of life, bro. Struggling, bro. To me, struggling is just a reflection of poor decisions made by your parents, bro. And all you're doing is continuing the cycle. Because you're going to have your own place, cool. You're going to get you a girl, cool. What's going to end up happening? Y'all going to end up having a baby. And then what's going to end up happening? You're going to bring a baby into a household where you're working a base level job, making 23, 24 an hour, barely enough to pay the rent, barely enough to pay the utilities. How you going to get diapers? How you going to get baby food? How you going to support a whole baby, bro? Babies are expensive, bro. Babies are expensive, bro. I'm just saying, this is just food for thought for all you youngins. You may be 17, 18, and you can't wait to leave your parents' house. Right? You can't. I promise you, bro. If you contribute to your household, if you're not just a freeloading bum, your parents should be happy to keep you at home if you have good parents, bro. If you contribute, if you help with growth, like I said, if you help with the little things, the small stuff, it's the small stuff that really helps, bro. You feel me? Help with groceries. Give your mom some gas money here and there. She may not need it. She may not ask for it. Just give it to her. You know what I'm saying? Buy your mom shit. Buy your dad shit. You feel me? They took care of you your whole life. Now help take care of them, bro. You feel me? A lot of y'all be the same people when y'all folks get old. Y'all just going to send them to a nursing home because you don't want to have the responsibility to take care of your parents. I'm not one of them people. You feel me? When my folks get old, nigga, if nobody else going to take care of them, I will, nigga. They not going to no nursing home because I see how motherfuckers get treated in places like that. And that ain't going to be my people, bro. You feel me? I'm going to be there to take care of the people who took care of me. I'm built different from y'all niggas. You feel me? It's family first over everything, right? But that's just me, bro. Some of y'all different. You feel me? Some of y'all selfish. Some of y'all, you know, you only care about yourself, you know? You don't care about your folks being at some nursing home, getting mistreated, poor nourished, all type of shit. You feel me? Dirty sheets, dirty clothes. Nurse got an attitude. Like, y'all don't care about that. All y'all thinking about is, I ain't trying to be bathing them. I ain't trying to be having to feed it. Same person that bathed your ass. Same person that put diapers and this, that, and the third on your ass. Now when the tides turn and they old and they need you gonna send them to a nursing home? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, I'm built different, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm built different. They not like us. They not like us. I'm not like y'all niggas, bro. For real, bro. For real. So that's just my whole take on the situation, man. Like I said, bro, I'm just up, man. I got insomnia. I can't sleep right now. So, you know, I just had to get that off my chest. You know, I'm still wide awake. Hopefully I can get a couple hours of sleep before I got to go to this interview. The way it's looking right now, I just may be up all night. But I'm sure I'll get some sleep at some point. But yeah, man, that's just my thoughts on the whole staying at home situation, bro. Stay at home as long as you can, bro. Especially if your parents are there, they're loving, they're caring, they cook for you. You feel me? They take care of you, bro. They do the job of a parent, bro. Right? We didn't ask to be here. I ain't asked to be here, bro. You feel me? I ain't asked to be here. You feel me? My parents, they brought me here, right? So it's their responsibility to put me in the best situation, bro. You know, and if your parents don't do that, that's unfortunate, bro. But I hope that you can get yourself to a point to where when you have kids, you can put your kids in the best situation. You know, your kids won't have to struggle like you struggle, because there's nothing cute about getting out here and struggling, bro. There's nothing cute about being out here, having your own place, but struggling, bro. That's just me, bro. That's just me. You can call me soft. You can call me spoiled. Maybe I am spoiled. Maybe I am privileged, right? But isn't that the goal, to spoil your kids, right? I'm not saying not to have your kids work and grind, but damn, you don't want your kids out here struggling, do you? That's just me, bro. That's just me. And I look at a lot of cultures, bro. A lot of people who are doing solid, bro. People who buy a house. A lot of people who bought a big house, bro. How do you think they got money for that house, bro? They stayed at their parents' house. This is not everybody, but a lot of people, they stayed at their parents' house, saved up money, and was able to buy a house, or was able to get themselves an apartment or whatever and not struggle. You know, they moved into an apartment with 3, 4, 5, 6 months of rent put up, bro. This is how people with a brain move, bro. We got to start using our brain a little more, bro. Maybe we won't be so poor, right? Maybe we won't be struggling as much as people. Maybe the poverty rates wouldn't be as bad if people started using this a little more, right? I'm out, man.